Now we will solve a problem on knuckle joint. The problem is given: a knuckle joint is to withstand a load of 30 kN. Design the joint if permissible stresses in tension equal to 56 Newton per mm square, in shear 35 Newton per mm square, and in crushing 70 Newton per mm square. Now first we write down the data given. We have written the data given: sigma t is equal to 56 Newton per mm square, tau is equal to 35 Newton per mm square, sigma ck crushing stresses 70 Newton per mm square. Now we will consider the rod in tension. Suppose this is the rod, it is in tension, and then the resisting area is given by pi by 4 d square, and the strength equation is given by P is equal to resisting area into permissible stresses. Now here resisting area is pi by 4 d square, so the strength equation will be P is equal to pi by 4 d square into sigma t. Now we have to find out the value of diameter. We will calculate the diameter of rod. The rod is considered in tension. So D is equal to 4P divided by pi into sigma t. This will be in square root. Now putting the value of load, P is equal to 30 into 10 raised to 3, and value of sigma t, that is equal to 56 given. Now we will calculate the diameter of rod. That comes out to be 26.11 millimeter. Now we will take this diameter, say 28 millimeter. We will take increased dimensions. Now from empirical relations we will calculate the remaining dimensions. That is, diameter of pin D1 is taken as equal to diameter of rod, that is equal to 28, and outer diameter of single eye or double eye, that is equal to D2, and that is taken as twice D. So 2 multiplied by 28, that comes out to be 56 millimeter. Now diameter of knuckle pin head and collar D3, that is taken as 1.5 into D, equal to 1.5 into 28, that comes out to be 42 millimeter. Now thickness of single eye T is equal to taken as 1.25 D, equal to 1.25 multiplied by 28, that comes out to be 35 millimeter, and thickness of for T1 is taken as 0.75 multiplied by D, that comes out to be 21 millimeter, and thickness of single eye T2, that comes out to be 14 millimeter. In this way we have calculated the remaining dimensions empirically. Now we will check the failure of single eye in tension. This is the strength equation formed on the basis of strength of material. This is the resisting area in tension. It is calculated in this way. This is the resisting area T multiplied by D2 minus D1. These two rectangles will be the resisting area, and the strength equation is given by sigma T induced equal to load upon resisting area, that is equal to D2 minus D1 in the bracket multiplied by T. So substituting the values, we will calculate the value of tensile stresses induced in the member. That comes out to be 30.61 Newton per mm square. We are designing the knuckle joint for 30 kilonewton. So the value of P is equal to 30 into 10 raised to 3. D2 is already calculated here, and D1 is also calculated here, and T is also calculated empirically. So putting the values, we will calculate the induced stresses. Now these induced stresses must be, the value of induced stresses must be below the permissible stresses. Here the permissible stresses are 56. So the sigma T induced is 30.61 Newton per mm square is less than sigma permissible, that is equal to 56 Newton per mm square. Hence it is safe. Now checking the failure of single eye for crushing stress. The crushing stress is equal to load upon crushing area. Here we have already calculated the crushing area. This is the projected area. This is the pin crushed in with the single eye. Now the area is given by, projected area is given by d1 into t. So the strength equation, that is equal to sigma ck, sigma crushing is equal to load upon crushing area, that is equal to p upon d1 into t. This is the crushing area. Now putting the values of load and d1 and t, we will get sigma crushing induced is equal to 30.61 Newton per mm square. The value of this crushing stress is less than the permissible value of the crushing stress. Hence it is safe. Now checking the single eye for shear, we will form the strength equation. Tau induced is equal to load upon shear area. The shear area is given by the d2 minus d1. This area is r2 minus r1 into t, and this area is r2 minus r1 into t. So adding both the areas, the shear area becomes is equal to d2 minus d1 in the bracket into t. This is the shear area. Now the strength equation is given by tau induced is equal to load upon shear area. P is equal to P upon d2 minus d1 in the bracket t. So putting, as the value of d2 is 56, d1 is equal to 28 millimeter, and t is equal to 35 millimeter, and load is 30 kilonewton or 30 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Putting the values, we will get tau induced is equal to 30.61 Newton per mm square. The value of tau induced is less than the tau permissible, that is given tau permissible is 35 Newton per mm square. Hence safe. Now checking the failure of for in tension across the slot. Now sigma T induced is equal to load upon resisting area. Here resisting area is calculated. This is the resisting area, this is the resisting area, and this is the resisting area, and this is the resisting area. D2 is the outer diameter of the eye, and when D1 is the diameter of pin. So, and this is the T1 is the thickness of the form. So total resisting area is given by 2 multiplied by d2 minus d1 into t1. This is the resisting area. Now load is P and resisting area is 2 in the bracket d2 minus d1, bracket is complete, multiplied by t1. As the value of d2 is equal to 56 and d1 is equal to 28 millimeter and t1 is equal to 21 millimeter calculated empirically, we put the values of P, d2, d1 and t1 and get the value of sigma T induced. That comes out to be 25.51 Newton per mm square. As the value of sigma T induced or tensile stresses induced comes out to be less than sigma permissible in tension 56 Newton per mm square. Hence it is safe. Now checking the fork in crushing. So the strength equation is given by sigma induced is equal to load upon crushing area. Now see, the pin is shown, the failure of pin is shown in crushing. The crushing area is equal to twice into d1 into t1. This is the projected area. This is one rectangle is equal to d1 into t1. Second rectangle d1 into t1. So addition of these becomes is equal to 2 into d1 into t1. So this is the total crushing area. So the strength equation sigma ck, sigma crushing induced, is given by load upon crushing area. Load is P and crushing area is equal to 2 in the bracket d1 into t1. Putting as the value of d1 is equal to 28 millimeter, t1 is equal to 21 millimeter, and load is equal to 30 kilonewton, that is equal to 30 into 10 raised to 3 newton. We have calculated this value empirically. Putting this value, we will calculate the value of sigma crushing induced, that comes out to be 25.51 newton per mm square. The value of crushing induced stresses comes out to be less than the sigma crushing permissible, 70. Hence safe. Now checking the failure of fork end in shear, we will form the strength equation. Tau induced is equal to load upon shear area. The shear area is given by 2 into the bracket d2 minus d1 into t1, where t1 is the thickness of the fork and the resisting areas are, these are the resisting areas, these are the resisting areas of fork in shear. So in this way we have formed the strength equation, that is tau induced is equal to load upon shear area. So P is equal to 2 into the bracket d2 minus d1 into t1. As the values of load is 30 into 10 raised to 3 newton and d2 is equal to 56 millimeter, d1 is equal to 28 millimeter and t1 is equal to 21 millimeter calculated empirically. So the tau induced comes out to be 25.51 newton per mm square. We observe that the value of tau induced is less than tau permissible, that is 35 newton per mm square. Hence safe. Now checking the failure of knuckle pin in shear, we will form the strength equation. Tau induced is equal to load upon shear area. Shear area, the pin is in double shear, so shear area is given by pi by 4 d1 square multiplied by 2, because double shear is there. So the strength equation is given by tau induced is equal to P upon 2 multiplied by pi by 4 d1 square. Putting the value of load and d1, we will get tau induced is equal to 24.36, as the value of tau induced comes out to be less than tau permissible, 35 newton per mm square. Hence safe. In this way, first we have calculated the safe dimensions empirically. First we have calculated the dimensions empirically. Here we have calculated dimensions empirically and then checked for different failures. This type of design is known as safe fail design. Means empirically it is calculated and then it is checked for different failures. So this type of design is known as safe fail design. So this is complete about the knuckle joint design. We have calculated the dimensions. In the next session we will meet. This is the end of the session. Thank you very much.